never believed that a building could watch you. I believed schools were just concrete, lockers, and old paint. Nothing more. That belief ended the night we stayed late to finish the yearbook. My name is Jack, and I was the head of the Yearbook Committee. It was the last week of school. Deadlines were tight. The printer wanted the final file by morning. So there we were, 5 of us, stuck in the media center long after everyone else had gone home. The media center was in the far east wing of the school. No classrooms, no offices, just storage rooms, old computers, and silence. At night, that wing felt wrong. The lights flickered even when nothing was wrong with the power. The air smelled dusty, like paper that hadn't been touched in years. Outside the windows, the sky was black. Inside, only the hum of computers and the soft clicking of keyboards kept us company. We were working on the throwback through the years section. Old yearbooks were stacked everywhere. Some from the 80s, some even older. "Let's scan a few group photos," Jason said. "We can make a cool collage." At the time, it felt harmless. It was the first mistake. I was the one who noticed it first. It was a class photo from 1994. At first glance, everything looked normal. Smiling students, teachers standing stiff in the back. But something felt off. I leaned closer to the screen. In the back corner of the photo, near a trophy case, there was a dark shape. Not a shadow, not a person, just something. It didn't have a clear shape, but it felt intentional, like it belonged there. "Probably a scanning error," I muttered. But then we found it again, and again. Different years, different classes, different cameras. Same figure, always in the background, always blurred, always watching. A cold feeling settled in my chest. "This isn't normal," I said. No one laughed. That's when the computers started acting strange. Files moved on their own. Photos opened that we hadn't clicked. The cursor dragged itself across the screen. Then the whispers started. I had my headphones on, adjusting contrast levels, when I heard someone breathing. Slow, wet, close. I pulled the headphones off. "Did you hear that?" I asked. "What?" Sarah replied. I put the headphones back on. The whisper came again. Not words, just a sound like something trying to remember how to speak. Every time we zoomed in on the shadowy figure, the software crashed. Every single time. The room felt colder. Jason checked the time. "It's almost midnight. Let's just finish this." I wanted to leave, but deadlines don't care about fear. Ethan was the tech guy. He liked digging into old files, messing with data no one else touched. "Hey, this is weird," he said quietly. We gathered around his screen. He had opened a photo from an old digital archive, early 2000s. In the metadata, hidden deep in the file, was a string of numbers and symbols. It wasn't random. When we decoded it, my stomach dropped. It wasn't a name. It was a location. Basement boiler room C. None of us spoke. The boiler room had been sealed off years ago. No classes, no access, just stories. Curiosity is a dangerous thing. Fear tells you to run. Curiosity tells you to look closer. Only 3 of us went. Me, Jason, and Sarah. The basement door was locked, but on a desk nearby, where there hadn't been anything before, sat an old, rusted key. No one questioned it. The hallway lights flickered as we descended. Each step echoed too loudly. When the key turned, the door opened with a scream of metal. The boiler room smelled like rot and oil. Old machines stood like dead animals. Pipes dripped slowly. In the center of the room sat a desk. On it was a scrapbook, neatly organized, carefully maintained. Inside were photos, students, decades of them. Each page had the same pattern. A group photo, the shadowy figure now clear, tall, wrong, too many joints. Its eyes were gone. In their place were drawings, perfect drawings, of the students' eyes, from their yearbook photos. The last pages were blank, labeled, current year. My hands shook. "That's us," Sarah whispered. Something moved behind us. The lights died. Footsteps echoed, heavy, dragging. A low sound followed us. something between a growl and a breath. We ran. The basement was a maze. Dead ends, narrow tunnels, locked doors. It knew where we were going. It always chose the shortcut. At one point, I felt something brush my hair. We burst through a service tunnel and slammed the door behind us. The sound stopped. For a moment, everything was silent. Then, a soft knock. We didn't wait. We ran until we reached the main hallway. The school was empty, lights still off. We reported everything. But when staff checked the basement, the scrapbook was gone. Only moved equipment remained. The yearbook was finished, printed, distributed, but I still check the photos. Sometimes when I look closely, I see something in the background, watching, waiting.